Hello, thanks for joining me. Welcome to my newest Mandela Effect video. I'm not really sure how to introduce these, like if I'm sort of, exposing you ahead of time. Maybe you should go check for yourself. If somebody asked you if it was the Smithsonian Institute or the Smithsonian Institution, what would you say? Maybe hit pause and go check or get your thoughts together. Smithsonian Institute or Smithsonian Institution? Well, to me, I always thought it was the Smithsonian Institute, and I am wrong. Like, institution to me, it reminds me of like a mental institution. That would be the first thing that pops into my mind. Institution is a mental institution. So I've always just thought it was the Smithsonian Institute. I'm clearly not the only one on this one. I've searched around, and it's as popular a term as institution, possibly even more so. Like, there's songs by Captain Beefheart called the Smithsonian Institute, and there's also a song by the rapper Black Alicious, also called the Smithsonian Institute. So I've included, like, a bunch of pictures from the there was a bunch of skeletons, like large, supposedly giant skeletons that were donated to the Smithsonian Institute that they supposedly lost. There's a whole bunch of conspiracy theories about that. Whatever, I'm not going to. That's a bit beyond the scope of this video. But let's just say there are lots and lots of people who have like uploaded copies of newspaper clippings from the 1800s where it says Smithsonian Institute. They donated these skeletons to the Smithsonian Institute, not institution. And they didn't change names, as you can go back and look at the actual document that they signed back in the 1800s that started the whole thing. And it has been institution since day one. It has never changed. And I'm going to show you some of my proof, some pictures. And this is another one that blew my mind. I'd like to thank the channel run by Sean Indigo. I'll put a link to that in the comments. And yeah, here is my video about the Smithsonian Institution, which I didn't think existed until about 2 hours ago. Thanks for watching, and here's the video. When I search Smithsonian, the first thing that comes up, Smithsonian Institute. How is that the Smithsonian Institution comes up first as the Smithsonian Institute? Well, that's just weird, isn't it? Yeah, hold on. So, dictionary.com. What does Smithsonian mean? According to dictionary.com, it means the Smithsonian Institute, not the Smithsonian Institution, the Smithsonian Institute. Dictionary.com. So yeah, according to Wikipedia, it was, where is that there? Under the name the Smithsonian Institution. So as of 1835, it has been the Smithsonian Institution, officially. So I have found two things that are officially Smithsonian Institutes. The Smithsonian Conservation Biology Institute, and this other one is the Smithsonian Tropical Research Institute. But this is a question here on the Straight Dope message board, and I typed in Smithsonian Institute or Institution, and this comes up, yeah. And you might want to check the date on that as 2001. Is Smithsonian Institute ever correct? It seems that I'd once heard it correctly applies to the buildings, but now I'm not sure if I'm remembering this right. That's good. 2001 that was, he asked that question. And the answer is, I believe the use of institute in the title is a result of misinformed slang. But when you click this, this is the official site, and of course there's nothing there anymore for, no longer there. So you can't tell what they said, why it was, because that's been deleted. It's never actually been called the Institute, the whole thing as a whole. And this last person here says, since I actually work for the Smithsonian Institution, I can assure you that that is the only form that is correct. Smithsonian Institute is simply misinformed usage. However, he works for the other one, the Tropical Research Institute. So people were asking about this back in 2001, so it's not new. So another person on Reddit came to the same conclusion I did. Funny how when you type it into Google, it auto-completes with institute, yet it's clearly now institution. It totally does that. It absolutely does. So Captain Beefheart had a song, the Smithsonian Institute Blues. Made a whole song about it. More stuff from Reddit. This is an article from 2001. Smithsonian Institute builds model of solar system. In the paper. So yeah, you can check the original document from the 1800s too, the Act to establish the Smithsonian Institution. The original document, handwritten from the 1800s, is online, and you can look at that, and that's the originals. The name has not changed to the Smithsonian Institution. It has always been the Smithsonian Institution, always. Smithsonian Institute is created according to the Daily Dose. Smithsonian Institute created August 10th, 1846. You're wrong. Today in history, the South Fayette Library. U.S. Congress passes a bill that establishes the Smithsonian Institute. Yeah, that one also says Smithsonian. Just putting in the date, August 10th, 1846, a lot of things that come back say that was the day the Smithsonian Institute was founded.